Hi, Abhijit. Welcome to this conversation.
Hi, thank you so much.
Absolutely. I work with like a lot of leaders, business leaders. Working with you has been like a total different and very powerful, very inspirational example. So I want to welcome you to this conversation. So why don't you start by just sharing like a bit about yourself and what is it that you do?
Hi, Sumit, and hello, everyone, those who are listening to this conversation. My name is Abhijit Bhattacharya. I was a former volleyball player from Assam, and in fact, the first player from Northeast to represent the Indian team. In 2019, we started a small mission called Assam Volleyball Mission 100. So, idea was to help the rural kids play volleyball and give them a platform. It's a collective effort of few former volleyball players of Assam, and with bare minimum resources. In fact, without any resources, we started this mission, and we call this Assam Volleyball Mission 100. We mobilized and we requested and we went to the villages to everyone to volunteer. We organized this Brahmaputra Volleyball League, which is a very unique league in itself, where village teams goes from one village to other to play matches. And then the league has grown from just 400 children to 400 plus teams. It has been recognized by the World Volleyball Federation (FIVB) as one of the biggest grassroots initiative, volleyball initiative of the world. President himself came down, president of the World Federation himself came down to Tejpur to watch this, how we organize this. In last 4 or 5 years, with zero funds, without any office, new organizations, partners are joining us. So like right from UNICEF to Volleyball Foundation, World Volleyball Foundation, companies like ONGC, Oil India, NRL, and then there is Signify who's provided us with lights, and then there is Vector X who provided with our all our sporting needs. The league is growing now, and we plan to spread it across the world. So basically, what I feel is that I want to see India in the Olympics and win a medal. So that's the ultimate goal. So that's what I'm working for.
Yes, I remember this, right? We have been working almost for 14 months now. This dream that you shared with me, like putting India into volleyball Olympics, right? That has been a standout, and you have given so much of your own personal time and life into that. Sports is like I see sports as one of the best ways to inspire, to give a message, right? To leave a mark on the world out there. Can you speak a little bit, right? Because we met around 14 months ago, and I have been coaching you, and we have been working together and supporting, as you said, the Brahmaputra Volleyball League. From where we started, right, 1 year ago, almost 1 year ago, to where you are today, can you share, like, how have you changed, right? What has been the impact of the work that we have done together?
Yeah, Sumit, to be frank, I was just a volleyball player who wanted to support the kids. I was just happy helping them with balls, helping them to play because the mindset and the vision which I come from is like a sports background. To plan this in a bigger way, and to feel myself confident that what we are doing is actually inspiring. I have never looked back on that.
Hmm.
After your initial classes, I started feeling that whatever we are doing is something inspiring. Because before that, we thought that it's just
Hmm.
some small act we're doing. And that actually help me, in fact, to reach out to people very confidently. So I was not very good with finance, very good with money. I was unable to ask people, even though it is for the cause of the society, cause of the community. But I just leave it open and keep myself restrict, which actually put more pressure on me. But with the initial classes and the with regular classes we have been doing, now I reach out and I just put a figure to it that this is what I want, and
Hmm.
then things are actually happening. I have never thought that 1 year back when we were thinking about to raising the targets, like how do I, what would be my fundraising targets. So that was, I never thought it. I just thought that how to survive with BVL, how to go about with the next season. But after our initial discussion, then that's the time I realized that, oh, this is also something which is achievable, and just an unbelievable target which I put after your class discussing with you, that let us raise like 4 crores, 5 crores by 1 year. And it looks like things are falling in line. It's like sometimes I am going out and asking for funds, sometimes it's coming on their own. People are helping. We are just talking about our initiative, and when someone asks us, then we put a figure to it. And when I calculate everything, right, from the things we are receiving in kinds, and from the
Yeah.
commitment, and from the government we are receiving land, and commitment from people, the UNICEF coming in, ONGC coming in, I have just raised the scope, and it's looked like everything is happening. And with this, more and more people, more and more volunteers are being helped, and they are like it's helping BVL to grow. And I remember, like, when you asked me what is your next goal, what should ideally be your next goal, so I told that maybe we can reach out, take BVL to other states. So he told that
Yeah.
maybe it four, five states maybe in the first year, and it's actually happening now. Orissa has already started, and Jharkhand willing to support, come on board, and Madhya Pradesh and Manipur and Jammu and Kashmir. Dani Sports Foundation, I have reached out to them, and they have agreed to help in this. So all these are happening, and FIVB have come on board. ONGC is supporting with ball, nets, and kits in big
Yeah.
numbers. So lot of changes, a lot of changes by the just by the idea of thinking about on those lines.
Yeah. Yeah. Just being clear, right? And then going out and being open with what you want and asking for it, right? And you mentioned like 5 crores. I think this is like 5 times or 6 times. So what you raised last year, right?
Yes, yes, probably more than that. More than
More
that.
than that. Yeah. Yeah.
If you consider everything, and when I was not realizing the kinds of funds, because somewhere I was raising for some sponsorship for the kids and for the balls and all. So if everything puts together on financial terms, it's like more than 5 times, more than five
Yes.
times.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And so it's moving to 5 or 6 states today, raising like 5, 6 times the money. One thing which has been really surprising for me, right? Even I know what you're doing is amazing, is the new ideas that you have brought up every few months. I remember you spoke about the movie, right? And that was like you were speaking to me, and I heard it's like somebody is rehearsing a very well thought out story. And you have no background in movies, right? I have no background in movies. But then there are so many examples of new things which pop up every few months. Can you share about some of those things that have moved forward that you are doing, which you have no background or experience, and it's still happening?
Yes, one is definitely the movie. The story was in the back of my mind, and one fine day I thought, let me discuss this with you. And it started. I just probably you push me or somehow you motivated me, because every time I meet you, I was just updating you on the progress, and I started writing, and then they were rewriting. But finally, I could conclude writing the entire storyline. So it's coming up to around, I am a sportsman, like, and when the
Yeah.
entire thought process was put into this, it was like 22 pages. Then I reach out to one of the directors who is agreeing to come on board. Then I discussed with some of the people who were in this line, and they found this story to be very, very strong. So probably we are going to see this entire story coming on the screen. That is definitely one. And then raising funds for different initiative which we are doing. So that has become very easy for me. And
Yeah.
now feel very confident when this X or Y amount is to be raised and to make this
Mm.
thing happen. I don't look back, and I don't think that I won't be able to do this. And then now that I'm compiling all my articles and stories and experiences and converting this into a book, so probably that will also come on very soon. So that is one. And one more thing which I always struggle, and that is one I probably need some more time. I struggle. My relation with money is not very good. I am unable to ask for myself. I put myself in constraint, but I am slightly trying to open up and finding some scope and success in this. And maybe by another few more classes or few more months of this
Yeah.
thing, be more comfortable with this.
Absolutely. I love that, right? The movie, the book, and they might seem like so distant ideas, but I think the lesson is very simple, right? For me, if you want something, if you have a dream and desire, you just have to go out sometimes and ask for it, seek help, right? You signed a famous national award winning director for the movie, and the initial thought when you do think about something like that, like a movie, I'm a sports person, no background. The initial thoughts are like, who will support me? Who will help me? Why will this person help me out? What did
Mhm.
you saw, right? Because I'm sure you had those doubts or questions. But
Yeah.
as you said, when I pushed you, or when we worked and you went out, what was the initial thoughts or doubts, and what did you discover when you went out?
And it is all very simple actually. It's all about taking the first step and just throwing it. It's okay to be, if someone says no, then it's fine. Like the idea is to go out and tell your story. Unless I speak out and I tell this and approach the one. So because whenever you ask what is stopping you, I feel like doing this, but so those initial push to just approach people, and you ask to identify whom you're thinking of.
Yeah.
So why can't you approach him? And all those things are actually helping me out to roll these things out.
Yes, yes, yeah. I think one of the things that we have not spoken in a while is you organized training for the coaches, right? Volleyball coaches in India. And I think
Mhm.
which is something which has not happened in India for the last decade or
Yeah.
so. And you did it like totally the whole thing on your own by involving the International Federation. Can you speak a bit about that? But because I think that's a huge milestone, not just for you, but even for Indian volleyball.
Yes, that's true because FIVB level 1 coaches course is something where it's organized in a zonal wise where every country representative they send 2 to 3
Mm,
coaches. If someone from India wish to do the course, then they have to either go to Bahrain or Thailand and spend around 1.5 to 2 lakhs to complete this course, including the travel and stay and everything. But the fact that FIVB has recognized us and under the silver certification, so under this, we approached them that if we can do a level 1 course here. So somehow they have gone out of the way and they have agreed to this. And for 45 coaches, they have entirely sponsored the entire event, the FIVB
mm,
Foundation. And of this, all were supposed to be from BVL, but I felt that since this is something very big, we should at least open up 25% seats for candidates, volleyball coaches from across India. So that's
yeah.
how we did. So 12 coaches were from outside Assam and 33 were from Assam. And they all successfully conducted, all free of cost, not a single
Mm,
penny spent by even the BVL coaches. Their to and fro travel cost was also covered. And before this, there was only one FIVB level 1 coach from Assam. This, I'm so happy that I'm able to do this for 33 new FIVB level 1 coaches in Assam. And then
yeah.
12 were from very selected grassroots girls from Jammu and
Mm,
Kashmir, from Chhattisgarh, from Uttarakhand. And it was one amazing project, and it has been like looked after by entire India. And this is
yeah.
something I feel very
Yeah.
content.
Yeah. I get goosebumps as I hear this again. I've heard this from you because this will create ripple effects for many, many years to come.
Yes, yes, it's
That's
it's already like they have gone back. They have got jobs. Few of them.
mm,
They started a girl started a center especially for especially able children. And there are others who are getting doubly motivated. They have been part of some state team now as a coach,
mm,
and they have this certification, so they can go out everywhere and do coaching.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this is not the end of it, right? You are also associated or you're leading the entire charter of Assam Volleyball, right? And you have also been like speaking to many people in the government, right? The sports authority. Can you speak a bit about it? I think because we have spoken about this, like your relationship with power or people with power, right? Like how is that different, right? When you show up with somebody, let's say who is a bureaucrat or somebody is a big leader, whatever. How are you different, which allows you to then do what you want to do?
It has actually, yeah, a lot of opportunities have opened up, and I am able to present this. And I say that probably this is the I come from a very humble background, from a joint family. Definitely, my confidence level was at the bottom because I was not very good in academics. But through volleyball and through attending these classes, I started feeling that whatever I am doing is actually something very good for the community in the long run. And I have nothing to fear of because this is something which is creating so much impact, which not everyone can do. Because earlier I was more concerned with approaching them
Hmm.
because of probably their designations. But the thing is that no one has what we have able to succeed with the team and the creation and all. So there is nothing to worry about. So
Hmm.
now I go and I speak about this, and wherever I go, I find that everyone find this very, very unique, very, very inspiring. And this is probably a story which need to be told, that more and more people are joining this. And if you now look at the list of individual sponsors in for BVL,
Hmm.
there are a lot of CEOs of multinational top companies who are actually supporting us. They help us, they come on board. So a lot of things are happening. I'm happy that I'm able to open up and speak about this.
Yeah. So can you speak a bit about your personal life, right? One thing which I see when I see your posts on Facebook, right, is how you share about sometimes your wife, sometimes your friends or coaches. And I also love that there's a bit of humor in many of your posts. Can you speak a bit on your personal life, your family? How has that changed? What difference do you see after we started to work together. And with all of these achievements that you are achieving, how are you different like, with the people who are closest to you?
Actually, I have been like this with my friends and family. I feel like writing all those stories and it comes up on Facebook, whatever my experience, and it comes from my heart actually. But then I sometimes feel that my family deserve more than what I am contributing, and I feel like doing more, but I restrict myself sometimes. So I want to open those up, and that's the reason I've been talking to you so that I can fulfill all of their dreams. I have a wife who is like a rock for me. She supports in all terms. And what are things you spoke, she believes on those things, and she have been telling me. But then again, when the endorsement comes from somebody like you, so things become much easier. But she is of those same thought process, but I am little slightly subdued kind of person. I love remaining that way, but I don't know whether it is correct or not. But that actually sometimes restrict me in many ways, which I don't know whether it is good or bad.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, right? So first of all, like the people closest to us sometimes knows us the best and give us the advice or the suggestion that we need the most. But one, I want you to see that everything that you do is to improve other people's lives, and that's also a gift to your family, right? Even if you are spending so much time away from them, right? Because you're traveling and all of that. But even in those little posts and little sometimes pictures that you share, it's heartwarming, right? So keep on doing that. Yes, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Anything else that you would like to add, that you would like to share to anybody who's listening, either about the work that you're doing or about the work that we have done together in the last 1 year or so? Anything that you would like to share?
No, I never thought that I will be attending a similar class every 2 weeks, 1 week to groom myself. I never thought that it was required, or I never have given a thought about this until I met you and attended the initial classes. And it feels good. It's motivate. Whenever I speak about this, I feel that my confidence levels grow. And when my confidence level grow a little bit, then I feel like the impact on the ground is multifold. All those who are like me, who restrict themselves and who keep themselves and who tries to keep low, I don't say low profile, but who are not very opening up, so they should have some of your classes. And then we all have certain strength. I believe we all
Yeah,
have certain strength. That is one thing. But then we also have certain weakness or certain way where we are not very comfortable. I don't say weakness, I say that we are not very comfortable. To make ourselves comfortable on those lines so that we can have a 360-degree impact. So this kind of classes and coaches, like the way I'm attending your classes, it's actually helpful, because I don't say on every matter there are certain things which comes naturally to us, and there are certain things which don't come naturally to us. We don't feel comfortable, but once we open up this blockage, the impact can be huge. That's what I felt after attending your classes for last 1 year.
absolutely. I will just speak a little bit about myself, right? Because like I don't come from any privileged background. And for me to say that I have worked with you and created, like, played a small role in all of those areas that you shared, right? We are going into multiple states, a fundraising that you have done. But even to say that I have met you, now a former Indian volleyball captain for the last 1 year, almost every 2 weeks. So it's such an achievement. It's like when I was younger, I was totally away from sports. I was only into books. I was so poor at sports that if somebody would have told me that I would be one day, like every 2 weeks, I would be meeting with like a Indian captain, former Indian captain, that would be unbelievable. I would not believe somebody. This is just ridiculous, as it maybe looks what you have achieved. To me also, it's so easy to disregard achievements so far, and it is so easy to underestimate what we can do. And I want to share this because, right, yes, we have come a long way in the last 1 year, but the way that you show up every day and the way that you do everything that you do, like in so much of service without care for personal benefit, you have no idea. Like I think what we have done in the last 1 year is just the beginning. It's just the first stair to a skyscraper that you can climb and create an Olympic level impact for India. It's unbelievable for me, and we have no idea what I can achieve or you can achieve if we take it another few years down the line.
True. I can see the change, I can feel the change, and I
Yes,
can see the impact happening on the ground actually.
perfect. Thank you, Abhijit, for this short conversation. I'm super glad, and we will continue the amazing work that we have been doing.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Always pleasure talking to you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, yeah.